Good morning, world. I am Judy, your web-based therapist, making therapy accessible and convenient for our clients in Florida and New York, and of course, sharing information worldwide. Today, I want to talk about 5 reminders for parents about helping your children safeguard their own mental health or making mental health a priority in your home or for your children. As we start celebrating Minority Mental Health Awareness Month in July, we know that many children in the Black community are suffering because parents are not aware or sometimes are not willing to address issues that are going on with their children. So today I want to share 5 reminders that parents need to be, keeping in mind. But before I get into that, I want to take a quick moment and say, if you are subscribed, thank you so very much for being part of this awesome world of ours. And if you're not yet subscribed, please take a moment and hit the subscribe button below so that you can become a part of our world of awesomeness. And remember to tick the bell so that you are notified when I post new videos so you don't miss anything. And of course, if you'd like to purchase 1 or 3 of my books, also a link below that will take you to a site that shows you all your different options of places where you can get 1 or 3 of my books. Okay. The first thing I want to remind people is that it's okay to ask questions. Very often I talk to parents who have concerns, but they don't want to upset the child. They don't want to start a problem. They don't want to start an issue. They don't want to give the child an idea. So they don't ask the questions. They have their concerns and they're observing from afar, but not quite understanding or not knowing what the behavior means that they've seen, realizing what is happening with their children. If you have a question, if you have a concern about what is going on with your child, the best person who can answer that question, the best person who can help you understand what is going on is that child. So it's okay to ask questions. It's okay to talk to them. It's okay to engage them in conversations because that is how you find out what is going on with them. And it's also okay to ask questions of others in your life. It's okay to reach out to the resources that you have. If you're seeing something and you're not sure and you're thinking maybe it could be something, ask questions. Ask it, whether it's your child's doctor, whether it's your child's teacher. If you have questions, take the time and ask questions because it's only when you start asking questions that you start getting the answers to your questions, that you start getting the information that you need to help you and your child, especially when you're looking. If you have a concern, if you believe that something may be going on with that child, it's important to ask the question so that you can find the information and get the resources that you need so that you can help that child get to that better place. 2, make conversation a regular part of your family. The best and most effective way to get your child to speak with you when something is wrong and they're not even sure how to address it or how to deal with it is to get them comfortable, get them used to, normalize having conversations with you. If they are used to talking to their families, to their parents on a regular basis, on, random Tuesdays about everything or anything, then when something is going on, when there is a concern, they are more likely to think of, hey, I talk to this person called mom or this person called dad on a regular basis. Maybe I should ask them what's going on. Maybe I should share that with them. If you get them comfortable and normalize talking in regular, everyday conversation, it becomes a natural step to reach out to that parent that they normally talk to when they are struggling, when they don't know where else to turn because, hey, you're the person they talk to all the time about stuff and maybe once or twice you actually gave them good advice, based on the teen meter. I'm sure you have good advice all the time, but on teen meter, you probably have I'll give you once or twice. So make conversation a regular part of your family. 3, don't judge or challenge feelings. When your child tells you, hey, I feel blah, I feel this, I feel that, that is what they feel and that is the end of it. There is no such thing as, you can't be depressed. I provide all this stuff for you. What do you have to be depressed about? I've actually heard people say that. No, don't do that. There is you don't get to judge how a person feels. You don't get to challenge their feelings. It doesn't matter how hard you work, how many resources how much of everything you provide your child. That does not mean that they're not going to experience certain feelings that you don't know about, that you don't believe, or that you didn't expect them to experience. When your child reaches out to you and say, "Hey, mom or dad or random person that I'm talking to right now, this is what's going on with me. This is how I feel." It takes so much courage for a child to reach out and say, "Hey, this is what is going on with me." The last thing they need is to have to defend or justify or explain why or what's going on with them. Accept what they say. Start working towards how you're going to help. Start working towards what you can do to help. Their feelings are not up for debate. They are not up for discussion. They are not up for your challenge or whatever it is that you may feel that you should do. Resist doing. Resist. Focus on helping. Understand. Receive what they say. Take it for what it is. Start working on how you're going to help. What is it that needs to happen? What is it that you can do that you will help with? You will help them to help them get to a better feeling place. 4. Help them learn coping techniques, especially at a young age. That's the most effective time to do it. But sometimes, if you didn't do it when they were young enough, it's never too late to start working with the child. Start working with your child on learning certain coping techniques. Because a lot of times we find that our children have have difficulty with self-expression. They have difficulty regulating their emotions. It's important to help them learn these skills. Things like taking deep breaths. Things that counting backwards from 5 or whatever your tools is that you know. And if you don't know tools, find tools. Reach out to a counselor. Look online. There are resources that are available online. Not all of it is good, but some of it is good. So find techniques. If you notice that your child has issues with communication, hey, figure out, okay, what can I do? What techniques are there that I can help my child learn to help them with being able to express themselves when they're angry, being able to verbalize when they need something, being able to self-soothe when they're angry, being able to deal with a moment of sadness. There are so many skills that a lot of our children do not have because, one, the parents didn't know that it was important to teach that to them, or the parents maybe taught them one way, or a lot of times our children are so so consumed with devices that they have not had the opportunity to learn a lot of what we need, the tools that they need to help them cope with everyday life. So make sure that you're helping your children learn different techniques, different coping skills to help them manage everyday life events. 5. Make self-care and mental health a normal part of your family life. It's important that your children see you discussing mental health and self-care on a regular basis, like it's their everyday part of health, because if they see that, hey, my parents are comfortable discussing mental health, my parents are comfortable with self-care. When they see that as a normal thing, if they are experiencing an issue, it's easier for them to make that instant connection of, oh, this is happening. Let me talk to my mom. Let me talk to my dad. Let me talk to, because our family is okay with it. A lot of times when our children are experiencing these things, they are not sure what to do about it. They are not sure where to go with it. And if you make self-care and mental health a normal part of regular everyday family conversation, just the same way that you talk about, hey, don't jump on the couch because you might break your leg. Also talk to your child about, hey, spend some time outdoor, engage with other people, just all these things that are good for their mental health. Encourage them to do that and let them know that, yes, this is good for your mental health. This is why it's important to engage in these activities. So make sure that they see you engaging in activities like that as well. And make sure that they see you engaging in self-care, because when they see mom and dad do it, that means that, hey, okay, maybe if these people do it, I should do it too. Or maybe when you're telling them that they need to do it, but they see that you also engage in these types of activities, then they realize, okay, it's normal. They're doing it too. They're not just pushing it on me. It's something that our family does. Okay, so let's do this quick recap. 1, it's okay to ask questions. If you have concerns about something going on with your child, you can talk to your child, ask them questions, ask them what's going on, find out what is going on with them. And if you need to ask others questions in your life, whether it's the child's pediatrician, your child's teachers, other people in your life who may have resources that you may need access to, take the time and ask questions. There's nothing wrong with gathering information. It's when you ask questions that you get the information that you need to help your family or to help your child. 2, make conversation a regular part of family life, because if your child is used to talking to you on a regular basis, when something is going on, it's a more natural transition for them to come to the conclusion of, hey, I can talk to my parents about it. 3, do not judge or challenge their feelings. Feelings are not for debate ever. And it doesn't matter how much you provide for your children, they have the right to feel what they feel. Do not judge, do not challenge their feelings. Just focus on what it is that needs to happen, how you can help them. 4, help them learn coping skills and tools to help them cope with everyday situations such as self-expression, self-soothing when they're upset, expressing themselves when they're angry. All those things are skills that children need to learn. If you didn't do it when they were young enough, it's never too late to give it a shot. But learn what you can and go teach it to your child. 5, make self-care and mental health a normal part of life, because if you make it a normal part of life, then when your child is experiencing an issue, when your child is struggling with something, then it's a more natural thing for them to just reach out and talk to you about it, because they know that, you're a safe space for them to disclose and discuss what is going on with them. Yeah. Okay. As always, if you or someone you know happens to be going through something that's more than you can handle, please remember that there are professionals like myself who are available, able, and willing to help, and are even providing remote services who can assist with whatever you may have going on. So please figure out who those people are in your community, so that if you need them, you can reach out and get the help that you need. And that is all we have for today. Good morning, world. Have an awesome day.